Hi, this is Scarlett with TasteTequila.com, and today we are in Old Town San Diego at Cafe Coyote. We're going to do another segment of Tequila MixMASTERS where we find rock star bartenders and ask them to make a signature tequila-based drink. Today we're with Adam Stammler. Hi, Adam.
Hi there, how are you?
Good, thanks for joining us. Adam is with Blind Tiger Cocktail Company, and he's going to make a special concoction for us today. So Adam, what are we making today?
Okay, so today I'm actually getting to work with two of my absolute favorite ingredients in the entire world. One obviously being tequila, that's what brings us all here together. But I'm also going to be pouring just a tiny bit of green Chartreuse, which is just a really beautiful French kind of cordial style base spirit that's infused with over 140 different types of botanicals, made by Carthusian monks, and that actually kind of play into the name. With the Casa tequila specifically, I get an abundance of bright citrus, good herbaceous notes, a little bit of peppercorn. So those flavors are really going to make the green Chartreuse in this cocktail pop. Exactly.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and start with the Casa Cristal, and
I'll get back, but what is this called again?
This is called Keeping Up with the Carthusians.
All right.
So
Go for it.
I'm going to be starting with about 1.5 ounces of Casa Cristal. And once again, depending on which flavor profiles you're looking to really illustrate via your cocktail, sometimes Reposado is more important, sometimes Añejo is more suitable. But for this particular cocktail, we want the fresh brightness of a Blanco tequila to really make those other flavors pop. So I've got about 1.5 ounces of that. I'm going to grab my green Chartreuse here, and I'm going to go for just under 1/2 ounce of this. The next ingredient that we will be working with today is a homemade ingredient, and I encourage each and every one of you on your own time to attempt to do this at home. I took a high proofage distillate, Everclear specifically, but anything that you could find, even if it's a bottle of vodka that you have at home. You know, grab some of your favorite herbs, your favorite spices, come up with some flavor combos that you think would work well together, and let those macerate and soak within that distillate for a period of about 2 to 3 weeks. I have in front of us today white spice fennel bitters that we made at the Blind Tiger Cocktail Company. So there's some dehydrated fennel bulb, fennel seed, white peppercorn, allspice, mustard, celery seed, etc., etc. We basically allowed those to macerate in a high proofage distillate for about 2 or 3 weeks. We watered down and added just a tiny bit of sugar, because sugar always does a phenomenal job of lifting flavors. And now we have this beautiful little tincture, our little secret weapon here, that we can add in really, really small ingredients to cocktails and really allow certain flavors to pop. The next ingredient that I'll be adding to my cocktail is an agave syrup. Now we have cocktail-ready agave syrup here, so we're going to be using a little bit more than if you were just buying agave nectar at the store. We usually water that down 1-to-1 to make it more of a consistency that's maintainable to work with. And the very last thing I'm going to be using in my cocktail today is a little bit of citrus. Citrus brings acid to cocktails, and it does a great job of breaking up sugar, so you end up with a balanced tasting experience at the very end. I recommend fresh pressing juice whenever you have the time, and when you're at home you definitely have the time. So I have a half lime here. Generally speaking, when limes are in season, you're going to get no less than about 1/2 ounce of juice per lime if it's a decent sized lime. And that's really it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a basic cocktail. Doesn't really have a whole lot going on, and at the end of the day, cocktails do not have to be difficult to be good. High quality ingredients, fresh ingredients, the correct balance, and it's almost impossible to make something not delicious. General rule with cocktails, if you have citrus and sugar in one environment, you're probably going to want to shake it. So we're going to go ahead and throw a nice shake on that. Go ahead and get our tins to separate here. And I'm going to go ahead and just pour this right up into my Collins glass. And this isn't a cocktail that necessarily needs a specific type of glassware, but with the suspended lime wheels, I felt that the Collins glass was very well suited. And then to finish this cocktail off, we want to get a little bit more essential citrus oils. So I'm just going to take a little bit of skin here from an orange, and we're going to go ahead and just express that right over the top of the cocktail, get a little bit more bright citrus out of that, and a little color diversification as well. So there you are, keeping up with the Carthusians, and as always, we encourage you guys to drink responsibly. Cheers.
Adam, that looks really tasty. Do you mind if I try it?
Please do.
Okay, great. Now, how hard is it to make bitters at home?
Really, I think you're only limited by your own creativity. As long as you can get your hands on a distillate that's going to manifest and extract all those flavors. If you have access to spices at your local health food store or grocery store, like I said, you're only limited by your own creativity. The only thing with bitters, though, is it does take about 2 or 3 weeks to get them to all really macerate
To
correctly.
do some planning. Well, this is really refreshing. It's
Awesome.
just so bright with the citrus and with the herbals, and I think that the Casa Noble really kind of pulls out those flavors. And this would be easy to drink any day. You could have several of these. It's so refreshing.
Sessions drink.
Sessions drink. No, it's absolutely delicious. So thank you for joining us today, Adam. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. Cheers.
Cheers.